Hi, welcome back to the Concrete 5 Basics. Today we're going to talk about versioning. Now in the past we've covered up some basic editing, setting up your site, etc. Now the next step is how to utilize versioning to make all of that easier. Versioning will allow you to go back, review previous versions, as the name implies, of your site so that you can roll back to something that you liked better or is more appropriate. It'll allow you to compare different published page versions so that in the design process you can toggle back and forth and make an easier decision about which one will fit your needs going forward better. And lastly, it can give you that option to save you from, oh my gosh, I did something stupid. How can I return back to my website the way it was before this happened? You know, if you haven't met that circumstance yet, believe me, it'll come. So let's get right into it. I've already logged into concrete5 on my sample site, so up here on my toolbar, when I hover Edit, you'll see below here it'll say version 9. This page was last edited in the date and time. 2 spots below that is a shortcut to go to the versions page. And when I click that, it opens up again showing at the top version 9 being the most recent down to version 1, which was how our website looked when we first installed concrete5. To the upper right of this pane, you'll see 4 radio buttons. The first one is made to allow you to compare different versions quickly and easily. The second one, the thumbs up, is allowing you to approve a certain version and serve that to the website community that's looking out there in the public. The third one is for creating a copy of a previous version. That's pretty important, so we'll cover that in more detail going forward. Lastly, the trash can. And please, I implore you, be careful with the trash can. When it's gone, your version's gone. But it's so easy to leave it here for ready access. There are rare times that you would actually have to delete something. So I'd recommend, once again, try not to destroy copies until you're quite sure that you no longer need them. Now, once again, let's take a look at how this is laid out. Number 9, our most current version, is what shows on the website, and quite honestly there's no difference when we log out of this. This is version 9. What I'm seeing is what the public is seeing. Nothing different about that, but let me show you something. Let's compare some versions. If I want to say compare version 1, version 3, version 8, version 9. Let's go and click compare. And in this new window that's opening up, you'll see the tabs across the top show version 1, 3, 8, and 9. We can quickly toggle back and forth between each one and see what's happened. There's our original number 1, just as it was served up on the installation. On version number 3, it shows a few edits that we did contextually. Version 8 shows, oh, look at that, I added a YouTube video. Version 9, there's a dead giveaway. Here's the actual page I want published. Okay. Well, we all have the right to change our mind, and let's say this is not the actual page I want published. Let's say I want it back to version 8. Okay. Let's keep version 8 in mind. Let's close this window. And if we go back to our page versions, I can now select number 8, give it a thumbs up, and you'll see at this point it's in bold type indicating that that is the page that the public will see when they log on to your website. Now, once again, I want to point out there is something that you need to be aware of. Most importantly, number 8 is not at the top of our page versions list. This number 9 is. So if we log out, I'll even refresh the page, and you'll see This is the actual page I want published. That's number 9. And as you recall, we changed our mind. We wanted number 8 to show. The public is seeing number 8. We're seeing number 9. Why do you say that is happening? Well, quite simply, if you're in a situation like I am, where somebody comes in and helps me do edits, and they've made some published edits that we don't want showing to the public, but they want me to see right away and decide if it wants to be or needs to be published, this is what I'll see. And it does say at the top, this page is pending approval version. Well, I've decided again, I do not want that one approved, but I don't want to destroy it either. So rather than erasing that so that our most current version is showing on the top, I can also choose version number 8, the public version, make a copy, which is now version 10, and you can see here where it says copy of version 8. Very nice to keep track of what you're doing, by the way, when that happens. I'll approve that one. And now what we will see, let's refresh the page. What I'm seeing in edit mode is also exactly what's being shown to the public at this time. So now again, I can keep track of my edits, my versions, my page styles. It really makes planning the website and ending up with a smoother, cleaner finished product much easier. Now there's one more thing that I can mention about versions, and again, this is a beautiful shortcut. As we spoke of earlier, I added a YouTube video on the bottom of the page, and you know what? It works very well. But in the instance that you may add a plugin that perhaps is corrupted and it would break the page, break your site so that you can no longer use it or edit it. That does happen, rarely, but it does happen. Well, you're not stuck. All is not lost. You can go to the dashboard, click on Full Sitemap, and when the full sitemap opens up, you can then click on the page you're editing and look at that. We can find versions right there, and if we've decided that this is the page that the new add-on was installed on that's breaking your website, now we can simply go ahead, delete that version. That version will be gone. We're able to then return to our website, and everything is as it should be. One thing to mention is that you always want to approve a page to be published before deleting the last page listed. Therefore, again, everything stays in a logical sequence. So there are the basics of versioning. Please log on, give it a try, see how helpful that is for you to make a quality website, and return and join me for another webcast in the future on editing and creating with concrete5. I'm Adrian, the concrete5 liaison, dealing with the community of concrete5 and Arvix web hosting. Thanks for joining.